Okay guys, I'm back. It's Nicole with Tuberk Housewives. I started a live video for like 3 seconds and then realized I had the phone turned the other way, and when we move over there to paint, I'm going to need it this way, so I need to be consistent. But, and y'all know I'm starting after 1 because I talk too much. But a lot of y'all have asked about rub and buff. Oh, when you discover all the metallic goodness. Anybody that follows me or has watched any of my lives, you've probably seen me use a Shiva stick. So you know that it's like a giant crayon, and you know how precise it can be to put on. Hello, mother. My mom has been sick. I think this is literally the first day she's ever caught my lives. But, so I did wash these just with soap and water and threw them back in the bag. So they're washed. Hi, Carla. I think I'm going to be live again tonight because hopefully I'm going to get the second coat put on and it will be dry enough that I can gold leaf tonight. And I know a lot of y'all want to see that. And y'all can see me Shiva tonight, gold. But I have washed the hardware. And let me get paper towels. Y'all know, y'all should be used to it by now. I'm going to forget something. And I highly recommend gloves. Highly. When using Shiva or rub and buff. So you guys know that a Shiva stick is a giant crayon. Go on with your finger or put directly on the piece. Rub and buff is a little bit different. Here is the 12 color sampler set that is available on my Amazon page. And has a ton of different colors. Golds, copper, what they call patina is a blue, black, white. And for a decent price, I think it's around 30 bucks. You can order these individually, but I wanted all the metallics and I like to play with new things. So y'all know I ordered the big set. And there's like 5 golds in it, but this is my favorite gold. Antique gold. It's my favorite. Favorite. I was thinking vibrant and wanted to say favorite. So, to make sure that you guys know what these look like, it's brass. Now, I could have easily like put these in a bowl of ketchup or boiled them, or there's lots of techniques and I could clean them and just keep them original, and I don't want to. So, rub and buff. I haven't, the only time I've used Shiva on hardware was when I painted the hardware and then just wanted so to me it's like toothpaste. You know, it's just a little less controllable. And it's called rub and buff because you want to wipe on, rub on. Yes, I said ketchup. You can clean old brass in ketchup. So I'm just going to rub this in here. Make sure you get the lip. And if you think, you know, this part could be showing when somebody opens a drawer. This stuff does smell, by the way. It's not overwhelming, but it does smell. And see, I think it takes a lot more of the product than Shiva. A little bit of Shiva goes a long way. This stuff goes a long way too, but I've got all these little indentions here to work it into. I highly recommend gloves. I think I already said that. Hey, Linda. So I'm just going to wipe on and sort of buff. And it dries to me anyway, it dries really quickly. I've used this here before, after. Antique Gold Rub and Buff. I've used this before on chalk and latex actually. Whereas Shiva does not want to stick to a latex paint, this does. And it literally dries in under a minute on latex paint for me, the way I use it. I'm always hesitant to say something that I think is not universal or the same for everybody. The way I use it, in my situations, it's dried really fast. You know, it's a little more time consuming than like spray paint, but because a lot of people use Rust-Oleum spray paint to redo hardware, and that's fine too, but to me that can wear off and crack. And then if I do use a Rust-Oleum spray paint, I want to, Laura, that's exactly where I was going with it. If I use a Rust-Oleum spray paint, I want to seal it within a clear Rust-Oleum spray. This I don't seal. If you didn't see the before, go back. So there's those. You know, I don't know if I'm going to sit here and do all this on camera. It's a little bit redundant. There's a ton of little pieces. Just let me get the initials on all these. Maybe it'll go fast. Because I really need to get that second coat of paint on the nightstands so that I can gold leaf tonight. That piece has to be done by in the morning, just because that's the deadline I've set for myself. And I can't put gold leaf on a piece that isn't dried. And I think if I would hurry up and get over there and get that second coat on, it will be dry enough for me to gold leaf tonight. Hey Laura, I actually just did a live a while ago, just posted it. Hi, just did a live, posted it 2 hours ago, and it was the prep for this piece, and I discussed all about prep. So when we're done with this, if you want to click over and watch the live that was right before this, before, after, not so great. I need to go back and wipe. Hi, Jen. I am all about the easy products, and this is one of them. Hey, Karen. And spray paint, Rust-Oleum spray paint, you know, comes in like black, oil rub bonds, gold, silver, a lot of the good finishing metallics that hardware come in, but it gives you a heck of a lot more color options. But this is the story of Rub and Buff. If you want to see Rub and Buff usage on a piece of on a piece that's refinished in all-in-one, the pink lingerie chest. I can't remember if I think I finished it a couple of weeks ago. That's pink Rub and Buff. I mean, gold Rub and Buff. I had done it in gold leaf and did not like it. Painted back over it. Then I did it with gold Shiva around the drawer. Still didn't get the result that I wanted. I wanted something a little wilder. And so I used antique gold Rub and Buff. Well, at this point, because I talk so much, I've done all those. I may as well just... And this is really going to pop off that thistle. I may as well. I've only got 4 more, so I may as well. How long can you watch me apply rub and buff? I do not seal over rub and buff, Elizabeth. Oh, Gina, I'm sorry. That makes me feel pretty dadgum important. Donna Nouse is private messaging me. I live in Waco, Texas. So right smack dab in the middle of Texas between Dallas and Austin. 1 coat rub and buff. You can see something right there. Before, after. How easy is this? You know, I don't know about y'all, but if I do use Rust-Oleum spray paint, I always wind up doing more than 1 coat. Not with this. I'll wipe these down when I'm finished with them. And I'm definitely going to change gloves before I continue to paint. Oh, I bet the entire mirror in rub and buff. And it can be used on, you know, almost anything. Have you ever seen a piece that had quote-unquote gold-dipped legs? I've done a piece with gold-dipped legs. It was a piece I did in Sherwin-Williams. And rather than like spray painting or adding in a different line of paint or something, I simply taped it off. And this rub and buff is good enough that you could literally just do an entire wooden painted leg. You can use it on wood, paint, metal, and I did the legs with rub and buff alone. Look. And then the messier I get, the easier it gets to just rub it on. I actually had an appointment at 6:30 tonight that I canceled just so I could gold leaf tonight. The only thing is, I really wish I had the adhesive that you put on with like a brush or a chip brush, and I only have the spray adhesive. Y'all get ready. I am messy and hilarious gold leafing. So just like that. I don't know how long that was, but all the hardware is done. And you know the live that I did finished a while ago was 1 hour and 8 minutes. So do you realize that in 1 hour and 8 minutes I prepped? And by the way, my definition of prepping includes cleaning. That is prep. Do not skip the cleaning part. But it took me 1 hour and 8 minutes to prep, wipe down with crud cutter, smooth down the top, take the hardware off, clean with water and a rag, and put the first coat of Heirloom on. I don't know why I'm just going back over these, because I'm OCD. Don't forget, I have started a YouTube page. 2 Broke Housewives, of course. I had to delete my 12-year-old's account from my email before I could do it. I've uploaded 2 videos. It takes a little more work than I thought it would. But I would love to see y'all subscribe to my YouTube page, because does anybody on here use YouTube? Because I think that I will be posting different content across the board. Like, it won't be the same videos on YouTube that is on Facebook, that is on... Don't forget, I changed my Pinterest too. Any of you moms with little kids, I have some great Elf on the Shelf pins. Does anybody search YouTube for stuff? My husband swears that a ton of people use YouTube. It was his idea. Okay. Gina, I can't wait to see you there tonight. Comment and let me know you're there later. See, you subscribed to me. At last check, I had like 5 subscribers. So exciting. I kind of was thinking of going live on YouTube today instead of Facebook, but I've never done it. I'm, of course, always scared to try something new. I know that's normal. I'm done. I'm just going to stop. I'm just going to stop or I'll keep going. It's like a Shiva stick. You just want to keep going. But I haven't done a live on YouTube, but I started to. Okay, y'all know I'm going to have to move you. I can go live on Instagram? I did so not know that. Oh my gosh. Then it makes me contemplate, do you do the same, like, lives across the board, or do you put different content on the different deals? Okay, I'm going to get my same sponge and my same brush. And now, because you guys mentioned how helpful it was to keep your brush wet, I'm going to get my handy spray bottle. Okay. I'm so glad y'all are patient with me. Sometimes I forget y'all are here. I talk to myself so much, I feel like I'm just talking to myself. Hey, Miss Dolores. Sorry. Okay. Does anybody happen to know where my apron is? If I get my brand new if I get paint on my brand new t-shirt, I'm gonna be severely upset. Well, I'm thinking I'm going to feel so good when I break 10 followers on YouTube. But I read something that said you had to have like I don't know, like 1,000 view hours. Dolores, I'm so behind, I thought I was first. Okay, so. Hey, this is a CC Lively t-shirt. She's on Instagram. CC Lively or Lively Designs. I wish she'd make me one of all the shirts I have backwards so they could be readable, legible. Thank you so much, Carrie. I'm telling y'all, if I get paint on this shirt, can people interact on a YouTube live like they do on these, like with the back and forth, and I can see the questions if they stream live? Or am I just talking to talk to you? Because if I'm going to do, I may as well just like go play a video game and talk y'all through it. Kelly, are you local? I love Cece. She's like my favorite peep. My 4th grader is in the same class with her 4th grader, and I can't flip my view because it's an Android. It's an Android. Only iPhones have that option. Trust me, I thought about it. So I had Cece make me some aprons, and one specifically backwards so that it could be readable. I was so proud of that. Oh, wait, live in Temple. I used to live in Temple in my 20s. Good days, like Melrose Place in 90210. That should tell you how old I am. Okay, guys, I might be too far back to see your comments. Now, I can see likes and hearts when they go across the screen, but I'm sorry. I'm like to the point in left where I need readers, so being all the way over here, I can't see comments. So, thank you so much, Elizabeth. Not kidding. Thank you to you two guys who have told me you've subscribed. See, so all I did was go get Logan from school, and it's Thank you, Helen. My 10-year-old last night said, Mom, will you like sign me in? And I said, you're lucky Dad made all you boys a shared email address. So he subscribed to me. He's like, go look, Mom. I left a comment. And I'm like, Cannon, I have no idea how to look at comments on YouTube. No idea. I need a YouTube tutorial. YouTube for dummies. Okay, this is the second coat of, in case you missed my first live this morning, of all-in-one paint in Thistle. Karen? Thank you, Karen Kincaid. Thank you so much. Okay, second coat. I can't see anything. I just saw the heart. That's all I can see. Is it boring if I don't talk? Hi, Stephanie. You missed my live this morning, sister. This is two-coat coverage. I think there might be some spots that need to be touched up, but all in all, two-coat coverage. And you know what I've just decided? I know that everybody likes and does different things. Yay, but I'll be on again live tonight because I'm going to gold leaf and gold Shiva. Okay, but I just discovered this. I'm not a big fan of paints you have to wet down. And I do not like the difference in coverage when I water my brush down at all. It doesn't cover as good. And I don't have brush strokes anyway, so I'm going to, yeah, because that was a dadgum good sell, wasn't it, Stephanie? And now it's over. I guess the code worked. Okay, so I don't have brush strokes with Heirloom Traditions anyway, and that would be the only reason why I would guess that you would wet your brush down. And I have just discovered I don't like what it does when I water it down. So I'm not going to be, I don't like what water does. So I'm not going to be watering my brush down anymore. I'll try anything once. Look at the curves on, I think this is actually a kind of manly piece, not girly. So let's just say, look at the curves on this guy. Thistle's covering this dark wood. It is thinning out. Thank you, Robin Watson. I appreciate it. On my live earlier, several people said they keep their brushes watered down, and I'm guessing to reduce brush strokes. So, I'll try it. Nope. I'm not going to water it down. I don't like what it's doing. Let me tell y'all a big difference between Heirloom Traditions paint and other chalk paint that I have found. Typically, chalk paint, it goes on really matte and flat. And if you want any kind of a finish, you need to, wax or, well, that's pretty flat in itself, but poly or whatever. This stuff has the prettiest satin finish. It actually has a shine. And the other thing is that, to me, chalk paint is normally rough. You can tell a piece of chalk painted, a chalk painted piece with nothing on it. And it feels rough. This stuff feels butter smooth. Not butter smooth, butter smooth. It's the weirdest stuff I've ever seen. I'm so glad I discovered it. See, I want to fix that so bad. That's where I watered my brush down, and I can't fix it now. If you make a mistake like me, which is all the time, don't go back and touch it. You'll just make it worse. Just let it sit there and dry, and then you can go back and fix it. Not a big fix. I'll just have to go over it again. But I think if I had not watered my brush down, this would have been like 2 coats and good to go. Boy, I think I need to get another brush that I didn't put water on. So I'm going to do that right now. So I'm going to have to come around and do this side again. Awesome! Not. I would think the watered down brush would affect the finish and the effect of this paint. It did. It did. It works for other people, and that's good. It just doesn't work for me. You know, everybody's way is the right way for them. So if it works for them, keep doing it. Do your thing. But I did not just like that. So I'm going to have to come back to that side. Y'all, I'm the messiest painter alive. I'm probably going to get it, now I can't even pull my hair back. I'm probably going to get it in my hair. My phone just dinged. Somebody just PM'd me. Can't y'all see I'm working? And I'm doing this just to get it in all these little details. I so wish I had not wet that brush down. Maybe somebody should clarify for me, do they wet their brush down on every coat or just the first coat? And it's really my fault. There are other paint lines that highly suggest that you keep your brush wet. For me, this is not one of them. Look at that. And honey, there ain't no brush strokes. If you have never used this paint, which honestly, I can't imagine anybody being on my page that hasn't used this, and you've ever tried another brand, I haven't tried all of them, but you're going to be shocked when you feel the difference between this paint and other chalk paints. So flippin' pretty. Does it bother y'all when I don't talk? I know it's so freaking weird for me to not talk. No, I'm not, Stephanie. It's mine. So I'm doing it with the drawers in because the drawers go inside. So I'm just getting what I see. If this was for a client, yes. Great coverage. Hopefully that damp brush is not going to affect the dry time on the other side, and it will be dry enough that when I go back around I can just go ahead and redo that side. Today is a beautiful day here in Central Texas. I'm guessing it's like 70 something, crawling on the 80, and it's like the perfect temperature for this to dry beautifully. My gosh, I love this paint. Y'all, I can't see and I don't want to be rude. Hold on. Shoot ya, Stephanie. Hold on. I have not tried Fusion, Melanie. I want to. I'm just kind of torn. I'd like to try it. I don't know. Change is hard for me. I know I need to try it all, but I have so much confidence in this brand, I'm scared to invest the money in Fusion. I think I would try Dixie Belle before I tried Fusion, but I don't know. I was supposed to have a local store here that carried it. And if it was that easy that I could go downtown and get it, I probably would have already tried it, but they haven't opened. Kelly, I'm so glad you're here. Stephanie, if it was a commission piece, I would. Rethunk Junk by Laura paint. I've not even heard of that one. Stephanie, you're spot on. But he said it was okay. I warned him. It was peeling on top. Gosh. Granted, it's going to be the only painted piece in our bedroom, but it's on my side of the bed. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn this. Y'all have seen a lot of my backside today. I'm sorry. And that'll just level itself down so nicely. And I'm just doing it because there's just so many details up here. And y'all can tell from the size of this piece, I'm sitting by it, it's pretty big. So you can see how little pain it's taken me and how little effort to do it. Like I'm nowhere near, shoot, I'm sorry. D, I would love to know how it goes. Look at the coverage of this thistle. Not watered down. I'm so glad I remembered to take before and after pics. Stephanie, I'm being a ton messier with this than I would if it was somebody else's. I just, with taking Logan to school and we have orthodontist at 3:30 and all that, I didn't have time to do any of my commissions today. So, and I'm going to use this in a picture. So I just thought, I would go ahead and do this. I need a little more paint. I'm sorry, I'm missing questions. What time are you going to go live tonight? I want to watch and learn to gold leaf. Karen, gold leaf is like hashtag fun, hashtag no freaking fun at all. There is a learning curve. You're going to waste several little sheets before you get it. I'm going to waste several sheets tonight, and I've done it plenty of times. That's hard to say. I'd like to say the kids would be in bed by 8:30. I'd like to say that I could do it before I put them to bed. I really don't know, but I'll tell you what. Are you guys not getting notifications when I go live? Have you ever used a paintbrush to apply the Shiva stick to get in the corners? I'm watching you doing Shiva for the first time. Love your lives. Thank you so much, Deborah Miller. No, because how's it going? I don't think it's not going to go on to the paintbrush. You know what you could use? You could use Q-tips, or I just use my finger. Get like rub as hard as I can and get a ton on there, and just push it in there with your fingers. Q-tip would be perfect. Never forget the very bottoms of your feet, people. And always watch for drips. Okay. I'm going to have to go back and touch up a couple of places, especially that other side. But let me move y'all up and turn this around, and I'll do the top. Oh my gosh, Kelly, I'm so glad you're here. It's like having a virtual assistant. I need you in my life. No kidding. I needed you all day Friday when I was setting up Pinterest and YouTube. What are you going to use on detail? Earlier at the very beginning of this live, I did the hardware and antique gold rub and buff. And tonight, like 95% it should be dry enough. I'm going to do some gold leaf on it. I don't know where exactly. It will speak to me when I start, and I'm going to use gold Shiva sticks. So I'm going to use all three of those lines. The three lines everybody seems to want to see. A lot of people sand between coats. I do not. I have not figured out why I would need to. It's soft. It's so soft. Bear with me. Okay, guys. Are y'all crooked or is it just me? The piece is crooked. Shoot. It's really hard to do when you can't touch it. The Heirloom Traditions True Applicator Sponge. I think I'm going to go ahead and go around the sides and get these edges and in that groove up there. Even the sponge allows you to push down into little crevices. Watch your drips. I think I've said like 18 times, watch your drips. It's okay, it'll level itself. Please don't make me have to pour just a tad more. Yay! Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, y'all. I just put the stupid plate down. It had dust and stuff all over it. Now I will sand down just a hair. But I'm probably going to come back up here. Like I said, there's going to be places here and there that need a third coat. But all in all, I don't know how long this live's been going. Y'all know I don't have that much more to do. I'm going to pour a little bit more and get those tops of the drawers. Are y'all bored yet? Is this like the most boring live ever? You make folding laundry. I need to be folding laundry. And I'm not organizing the kids' rooms. They need to do it themselves. Kelly, that is so awesome because I don't know how to do anything. I'm the most technologically delayed person ever. Okay, FYI, I have still not used a quart of paint. Half of a quart, I mean. I haven't even used a half. Oh, shoot. I need to put y'all back down. Hold on. Sorry. 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 New tripod. Don't quite know how to use it yet. Okay. See, that's already dry. The sponges make this so nice to do. There's no way it'd be this easy with a brush. And I've never used a roller with Heirloom Traditions. And I really don't want to get a roller out. This is going to be a pint. A pint, if you were doing a piece this size, and I'll have plenty for touch-up, not even an entire pint. So to recap, I did a live right before this, and showed you prep, which consisted of smoothing the top down with an orbital sander and cleaning down with crud cutter, and then rinsing off with water and a towel, and took the hardware off. I've rub and buffed the hardware with antique gold. Second coat, gonna need a third coat here and there. And it'll be dry enough by tonight that I'm going to gold leaf it. Hi, Tina Spencer. Sponge is so much faster and easier and reusable. They last forever. Anyway, I'm going to meet y'all back here tonight if you want to. I want to say 9, but I bet that's too late for half y'all. It's too late for me considering how much I talk. But I can't imagine doing it with all 4 kids like awake and running. And I'm going to gold leaf. I'm going to gold Shiva. Candy, this is Heirloom Traditions paint all-in-one in Thistle, which is a pale, like grayish, light purple. And it is so pretty. And Tina, at least I'll have like one date tonight. I don't drink, but you can have some wine and have a drink for me. But anyway, I will see y'all tonight. I'll try to go back and answer all the questions. That's it. I appreciate y'all, those of you who have spent almost the day with me. See you later, Kelly, Stephanie, anybody else. There'll be 4 of us together. Somebody needs to drink for us. Shar, I appreciate it. Candy, thank you for joining me here. If y'all have any questions, upload them, share the video, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.